Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first episode of the Abyss podcast. Today we present Z SMP Volume 1 with Jazzy and Ace. So, Jazzy and Ace, please present yourself.
I am
Um,
Jazzy and I went through some crazy SMPs.
I'm Ace, and I was not during this, but I've heard about it.
Okay, so I guess I'll be asking Jazzy the questions. So, Ace is for emotional support, I guess.
Hmm.
Alright,
Yup.
so question 1. What is Z SMP?
The SMP was supposed to be a scripted SMP, but it turned out to be a non-anarchy or scripted. It turned out letting people make their own lore and their own stories on their account.
Okay, alright. Question 2. How did ZSMP start?
The SMP started by somebody making a TikTok page about them making a scripted SMP. It did not turn into a scripted SMP, but that's how it originally became through.
Okay, what happened in ZSMP?
Originally in the SMP, it became normal. There was some people and some sweet people. There was only like 10 people until it came the first 2 weeks came through and other weird people started showing up. And it each month of the server, it came darker and darker until many people got arrested and many people got victimized.
Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, this is actually real. This is not acted out. It's not scripted. It's actually real stuff that happened to Jazzy and I guess Ace if he was on there too. Okay,
I was
what was the outbreak of this? What happened? Like, how did the
The
weird
first
thing start?
outbreak happened the third two the third 2 to 3 weeks when it started when this person in the server named Kingston joined. He was the one who started most of everything, and I invited his friends, which that infected to his friends inviting his other friends. And all of those people were horrible people, and if you want me to put details, I will.
Okay, what did okay. So how did this happen? You're telling me that Kingston invited his friends and that so like, you know, elaborate more on that.
Kingston invited a lot of his other friends into the server, which led to the Discord and the TikTok to promo, and many other people that had the same influence as them joined the server, and that created to something horrible.
Okay. After these events, what happened?
After the events, like what do you mean by after the events?
So I mean after Kingston and his friends joined, what happened after that?
Uh, What happened was some three girls, they were really sweet. I won't say names because
Legal purposes,
privacy.
right?
They met these two people on the server that were really not really much of good people. The other one knew how to hide it though, and they started dating, and it was still bad around the time, but I was not really much into that yet because I was just quiet, and that was basically what it was for me until I started making content on there.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to meet up with him because they lived only one state away, so the girl told the address to the man, sorry. They 3 days later, he started showing his true colors.
Really?
And and went slowly and slowly in that same week to the point when they finally met up. his last threat he had on his messaging her was him doing horrible things to her and, threatening to grape,
Oh.
like the fruit, totally the fruit,
Mm-hmm.
grape. And normally that's all bark, no bite. This wasn't no bark, no bite. This was fully bite and bark.
Oh God.
It went horrible. The girl left the server right after that, and she went to a mental hospital.
So
The
you're telling
boy, he went to the boy, he was still there, and he didn't get caught yet for his actions. And he been showing pictures of what he did to his cat.
Oh no. Right now, guys, I'm gonna play the pictures of the cat.
Mhm.
Okay. How did the guy get into the girl's house? He broke in. She let him in.
She let him in because she still loved the man even though the way he acted. Because she still thought she was the same dude when they first met.
Wow. Right now, guys, I'm gonna play on screen the picture of what happened to the girl. All those marks you guys see, those are actual deep marks. I can't show them because the video could get down right now. But that's what really happened to the girl. By the way, do not let strangers in your house, even if you think they're nice or you love the person. Don't do it.
Yeah.
The parents. Where were the parents?
I have no clue of that. I know the mother is in the mental hospital now as with the girl, and the father is in prison too.
Okay, okay, wow, wow. Um,
Long story short, 3 days after that incident, that boy actually went to prison for rape and animal cruelty. Grape.
okay. What's another thing that happened in the server?
The other thing that happened in the server. 3 days later, after everything happened, I started actually talking more, and I started making friends with the guy named Kingston
Hmm.
and many other people, but we won't go to that yet. Kingston, I started teaming up with him on any other servers, but we won't talk about any of them. The
Okay,
part is, when I was teamed with Kingston, he there was also other people that kinda knew Kingston that I talked to a lot too, and they also it was kind of bad that I myself gave them my address for them to send me special, what's it called? Special things that do things to your body to make you feel different.
special substances, you mean?
Yes,
So to
yes.
get this clear, you send your address to people on the servers for
Yep,
them to send you special
and they
substances.
sent me those certain substances.
Are there screenshots
There's
about
my
this that I
speech
can show,
impediment, I can't
or
say some words.
is there things about is there screenshots I can show about this, or you rather not?
I showed you, one of the screenshots of me sending me on my Snapchat saying I love my friends in the background having some of those substances.
Okay, I'm gonna play it on screen while she said that. So that's the picture right now, guys. Um. Anyways, how did you explain how that happened? That they sent you the address and all that. You sent the
I
address.
sent them the address because I was stupid. I sent them my address to send those things because I was going through a rough time outside of the server and I needed friends.
Okay.
And that was a bad idea. Um,
How did you feel when this happened?
What'd you say?
How did you feel when all these events happened, like the murder, the grape, the the
The murder hasn't
substances?
came in yet.
Well, I mean the murder by like the cat animals. So
Yeah.
Are
I didn't barely even knew what happened there. I didn't even know it happened on the server. I thought it was just one of my friend's incidents. I didn't even know it happened on the server at then. Until later on, I will tell you the stories about later on.
okay. After
Then I met this guy named Oliver on the server.
okay,
I started dating that Oliver. With the same int I will go back to me dating the Oliver, but this was the same time zone.
okay,
This this person that just joined the server, he had mental issues. He was always a rude jerk to everybody, and when we went on VC, he would yell at people and start threatening at them, and the owner was doing nothing about it. Now I mean by threatening some horrible words, like they're gonna do horrible things to them. And if you know by horrible, like just like any type of horrible, any type of thing you imagine, basically.
imagine that, ladies and gentlemen, and someone threatening you of doing bad things to you. How would you feel about that? If you think it's not possible, well, you guys heard what happened to the girl. It's possible, guys. It is really possible.
But
Um,
then
who was the owner
Oliver,
actually? Let me stop you right there. Who was the owner? Can you say the name of the
his
owner or
name was Agent.
agent?
Yes, his name was Agent.
Okay.
I know it's funny. I know it's named after you. It's not named after you, but you have the same name. It's funny.
Yeah, right, right. Yeah, guys, I really
He
thought it
did
was.
nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong. He just doesn't know how to be an owner. That's the only problem. He doesn't. That's the only problem about him. He did nothing actually horrible.
Okay. Proceed.
He just wasn't there when the owner needed it. When the owner needed to be there, he wasn't there for it. That's the only wrong about him. But back to the Oliver and then that situation. The person with the mental problems was friends with the Oliver. And this boy with the mental problems, he was really rude to me, and Oliver was really nice to me then, and I felt safe around him. Until this guy with mental issues never showed up and talked for another 2 days. We were worried and seeing if this guy was okay. He came back, and the only thing he said was, I killed. It was basically the same exact round. All he said was, I stabbed my mom's ex.
No
Like,
way.
killed. It, evidence in
Are
the
there screenshots
pictures.
about this? Are there screenshots about this?
Yeah.
Okay, send it to me after, so I can show. I'll blur some things out so I can show why.
You don't have all the screenshots?
Huh?
You don't have all the
No,
screenshots I
I
sent
don't.
you?
Send them to Ruin, and he'll probably send them to me through
Alright, I
messages.
got you.
But it's insane,
Alright.
ladies and gentlemen. You guys heard he stabbed the his mom's ex.
That
Wow.
I had no context about that, by the way. I was there for it. I was lively watching the chat when it happened, but I had there was no telling why or anything, but he went to prison like 5 days after.
Wow.
But then the Oliver comes in. I felt safe around, I talked to him about it. He felt really nice. We decided to meet up too.
You met
He
with.
was not much of a nice person when we finally met up.
Mm,
This guy, he was like nice when we first met up. We both just chilled. We both like went walked to the stores. I showed him around town, telling where everybody I knew. Until it was like around night, we were about to walk home. He I won't say specifics, but he did horrible things, and I won't say specifics. I did, like, cry myself to sleep after that. He did not come to my house. I kicked him out for a bit, but I still dated him because I felt lonely and nobody cared, so, like, at that time, so I still dated him. We will go back to that after. We were still dating, we went back on the server, I talked to him, and I was the one. One second. And then the Oliver guy,
Mhm.
he decided to meet one of my good friends that I'm still friends with till this day, named Canis. I was on the server too, like 2 days after that. And the only incident that I found out about that, he messaged me saying he hurt me, he's arrested
Oh,
by Canis. And he only got arrested for a little bit. He got back out of prison 3 days later, but there's an image I sent you about that exact message.
okay. I'll put it on screen. Oh, right there, guys. That's insane.
And then after like the mid of this happening myself, there was this guy, he was like mad racist, and there was a black guy on the server. His name was Dalian. He never played Minecraft. He's my friend. He's still my friend to this day. He started being mad racist, saying he was going to do horrible things to him. And when he got banned, because Dalian's actually a real police officer in real life, by the way. He was the one. He was the reason why he had to join that server is because of what the incident's been happening on it.
So
But
you had a police officer in the server.
yeah, so I'm still friends with that police officer to this day.
Wow. And he I'm sure he reported that to with other co-workers. I'm sure that's how people
Mhm,
got arrested, right?
mhm.
Okay.
And then to pop that all off when he got, like, banned and everything, because that's when finally the owner did something, by the way. When it came to racism, nothing else but racism. He decided to make 15 alt accounts and joined it and started to spam it with an exploits on all the alt accounts, the N-word. So we deleted the whole entire Discord account, Discord server to make a new one. And when the new one came around, it was doing perfectly fine. It was finally normal. I was still dating this guy named Oliver. And I joined, I was just talking to Oliver on that messaging, and then I opened the second general message, the second general chat, and
Mhm.
I see the most grossest two girl and man talk I've ever seen in my life. Screenshots I sent to you, by the way. I have a feeling that's something that would be on the Epstein file.
Oh, let's not mention Epstein files, guys. Let's not mention that. How
Yeah,
did
let's not mention that. My bad, my bad.
how did you feel when this happened?
Grossed out, bro. I was just witnessing while me and Oliver are typing in chat. We were just watching that whole thing in shock. Until Oliver decided to join in and try to freak with me, and I did not like that at all.
Hmm. Oliver was not a good person.
Mostly when out in public, bro. Like, let's be real right now. But when Oliver came back to my house, like 2 weeks after that, we were just on our phones, like looking at the server. I was actually on the Minecraft server. He was on the chats. I was just PvPing with going against like a 3v1, and I just see in chat I'm not gonna say the person. I'm just gonna say it's his name is. I'm not. Never mind.
No, say it. Go ahead.
Uh, it was somebody I mentioned before, but I won't say specifics.
Mm.
It was just the person saying, "Yo, I bet Oliver gonna rail, like yeah, the minecart rails.
Oh.
Minecart rails, y'all. The Minecraft rails."
Mm-hmm.
I looked at that. I didn't really respond back to that. I was just in the 2v1, so of course I had to lock in. I killed them both, and then I responded back, "Are you weird or something?" And I turned back to the messages that Oliver was sending into the chat, and it was the most grossest things he was talking about.
Okay, so
And you know what? None of the dudes or girls decided to defend me.
they are just
They were just
stood there.
laughing.
Oh, laughing. That's concerning. Imagine being on a server and you get said that, and people are not there to defend you. It's really,
Exactly.
really concerning. And
Not exact same day, he did another horrible things to me, but we won't talk about much of that, just other than that.
okay,
And then that's when I finally messaged him, never come back to my house again, and we're breaking up. He left the server forever after that.
did he ever get close
That's
to
when
your
the
house?
getting out of here. But the Kingston is gonna be coming back soon.
Did he ever get to your house again, or
No, I told him if he ever did, I will be calling.
you should get
And the
you should
person,
get a restraining
Dalian, the
order?
one that was Dalian, that was in that VC, finally not on that Discord, finally looked at it a couple hours later because he was busy. Oliver's account got Discord account got banned because of it. And that's how me and Dalian became really close after.
Mm,
He started to be emotional support for me, and he was the only person that really hanged out with me until Kingston and another guy that's gonna be showing up later. Then there's another people. Next couple. Sweet Home Alabama couple.
oh,
I don't know if I have any screenshots I sent to you because I didn't find any,
okay.
but there's these two, this boy and girl. They were cousins. Like, not step cousins, not double step cousins, just normal cousins.
Right, related.
Blood cousins, close blood cousins. They were flirty. And I decided, and then this guy, I don't remember him at all. He just barely talked, so we just never talk about him. He finally said, "Yo, that's fucking weird. Cut it out." And he didn't. He did not. And then the boy started talking about minors
Oh,
targeting to his cousin. And I think the guy that I'm talking about that barely talked is named X5X5. I think I did show you screenshots about that one.
all right. I'll see if I'll show them on the screen if I got them or not. Well, let me stop you right there. Ruin. How do you feel what about what you heard recently? How do you
Uh,
feel?
I was on my lowest. I was still talking to Kingston, which I won't say specifics on Kingston because I'm saying his name out loud, so I won't say specifics what the things he did.
Okay, all right. Ruin. How did you feel about what you heard?
Um,
I was
I,
just sipping on coffee, listen to this.
mm, there's another thing that it's just not something I prefer to hear constantly. So,
All right, valid. So you reacted very. How would you describe that? How would you describe how you reacted, Jazzy? How would you describe it?
I uh I hated it. I hated the things that they did, but I didn't want to leave because I actually felt cared for at the time.
Okay. How were things
I hated
handled?
being
How were things handled in the server?
it wasn't handled. It was just a bunch of unmatured guys doing whatever they wanted, and the owner did nothing. Nothing was handled until Dalian showed up and actually did it, but he was barely online because he was busy on other work.
Mm, yeah. He's a police officer, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So if he couldn't be online since police officers are constantly on work. So if he wouldn't have been online, worse things could have happened maybe. What was the worst thing that happened on that server?
There's so much that happened. It's just like a full-on bar. I'm just gonna have to say it was probably the grape incident.
That was the worst thing.
Hmm.
And you said there's more to it. There's more to.
There is way more.
Oh, I mean, it's an episode two. I guess it's an episode two. Um,
I skipped through some things because I felt uncomfortable talking.
okay, that's valid. Um, can you give us a sneak peek of what's coming in the story before you continue with what we were saying?
Um, I got somebody that I seen as my little brother on the server a couple months after some incident happened.
You
And
got
that was kind of a regret.
you got them arrested, you said?
No, I got somebody that I seen as my little brother on the server a
Mm,
couple months after some things happened. And that's kind of like what I regretted a little bit, but nothing really bad happened to that person.
mm,
That might be on part 2, I'm not sure. Might actually be on VC about it because I barely knew him at the time, so
okay, okay. Um, so you're saying that things weren't handled correctly in the server only by the police officer, and there were multiple arrests, people sent to mental hospital. There was
mhm.
murder and rape. What
Yep.
else? What else happened?
SA, grooming.
Grooming. Okay.
Somebody somebody almost unalived themselves because of some people on the server. And in part 2, I might talk about my second ex that was on the server.
Oh, second X. I gotta write this down.
Even
Second.
some people that I know till this day actually heard of talked to him before.
Okay. Okay. All right. Um, if you could change something in the server, what would have that been?
Never has I would change the fact it would never be created. I would change it, make sure it was never created to the first place.
Oh, that's powerful. That's really powerful. If you were the owner of the server, what? How would you handle things? How would have you handled things?
I'll delete the whole entire server.
You wouldn't call the police. You wouldn't have reported it. You would just delete the server.
I I would maybe call on some parts, but I would just mainly delete. But, like, I know, like, my most popular video on TikTok was from Z SMP, from me creating the first Bedrock Wither launcher, but I don't care about that. I'd much rather it not even be existed.
That's well. That I don't have anything to say. The SMP was a very bad environment for everyone in it. You said it was under 20 players. You said
Nobody it was over 20 players, it was
oh,
actually 84.
84. And how? What's an estimate of the people online?
About, like, 16 to 20 people online every single day.
Every
Like, every single time that you go online.
so 16 to 20 people, and even maybe 84 saw what
Yep,
you're telling us right now.
pretty much.
Imagine, ladies and gentlemen, entering Discord one afternoon after school and just seeing all this stuff happening. And I'm sure they didn't even know they had a police officer in the server, did they?
Oh, some of them knew, but most of them didn't. The stupid ones definitely didn't.
Oh, I'm sure I need a police officer in my server.
If
Um,
you keep away the servers that if you keep away the people that tried to join your server, like a little somebody, you'd be all good.
yeah, I agree. That's why we have mods in Shadow SMP.
People from people from Z SMP still trying to get a hold of me to this day.
Wow, that's imagine
Oh,
being.
actually, I'm just gonna mix that in. Like, actually, like a couple, like it randomly that I don't remember the day and that time, but some guy on the server sent me a dick pic,
Oh,
and they were wearing a femboy outfit. I don't think a girl would like that, but I think a gay guy would.
maybe.
That
Bro,
kind
like,
of went out of context.
bro, I'm sorry, but like, you gave like luxury to the wrong person, bro. Like, I don't want to see that shit.
Ace, you say you were on the server?
No, I said I was not.
Oh, you weren't. Okay. If you were in the server, Ace,
He was on.
how would you have reacted to the situation?
Uh, I feel like there would be a few words that I probably should not say on here.
Hmm, okay.
That I would say quite a bit, mainly to these people, especially to like say Oliver from that and everyone else
Or,
who had done things like
Ruin
that.
just mainly hate. Ruin just mainly hates my exes on that server.
well,
And Kingston.
they did
And
And
Kingston.
they did bad stuff to you, I guess.
And
yeah,
also, can you blame me?
No, no, we can't blame you. I would do that for someone close to me too. So, well, thank you. What can you tell us for our next episode?
hell, just average hell, bro.
All right, that was Jassy Six
So
description. Hell, average, hell.
Mhm.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of episode 1. We will see you.
Actually,
Oh, there's more.
we actually,
There's
my
more.
bad.
There's more.
I did add you into the old ZSMP server, and the first thing you did see was the end slur.
I'm gonna play a
That kind of
video.
gave you.
I'm gonna screen record.
That,
Send me the SMP. I'll screen record it. I'm gonna put it right now on screen.
I mean, I already sent it to you.
Uh, Yeah,
But
if
I
he
do it.
needs another invite, I can invite him.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. I got it. Yeah, yes, checked. I got it.
And also that person tried joining the server, by the way, that said that.
Oh, all right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to leak this, but right now, this early afternoon, it's Sunday, April 26th. This afternoon, around what time is it? It was like 4, 3, maybe.
It
Um,
was 5 for you, about 2 for me.
all right, 5 p.m. for me. The guy that you guys just saw, the N word, he joined the SMP for a split second. Ruin spam my Discord to ban him. I was like, oh, and the desperation
You're
of hell.
welcome.
Thank you, Ruin. You're such a lifesaver. Strike SMP. It was one of my SMPs. We're gonna talk about this in another video actually. But this person he got into my SMP because there was a fight in another SMP. But they told him and the person that they were fighting with to go to my SMP and continue it there. And they listened, and well, since there was too much stuff they said, I had to delete it and make Shadow SMP, which is 10 times more secure, with amazing mods like Ruin and Jassy here with me today. But
if I see chicken,
it was
my
concerning.
bad. Bro, if I see Chicken again, I'm publicly executing him.
Oh, oh, yeah, guys. Oh, she just leaked the name, Chicken. Listen here, Chicken.
That's his name.
If you
That's his
Or
name.
say,
Chickensburg.
if
If
you
you guys want to say what the things he did, you can. I really don't care.
I'll say it.
Yeah.
we'll talk about that in 2 videos after this. But Chicken, if you try to step in one more time in my server, I'll make sure they ban your Discord account forever, and you'll never get Discord back again. And yeah,
Well, actually, we
Public
can
that
report
was
his
execution.
threat.
account.
That was
We can
threat.
report his account from the ZSMP thing.
Okay, thank you so much. What can you tell us for next episode, Jassy? Oh, well, you did hell, of course. But any other thing you want to say?
Bro, never join random SMPs you find on TikTok that's unpopular because when you join, it will be nice and cozy until it gets popular.
Okay, listen to
That's the
Jesse's advice.
truth.
Listen to Jesse's advice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Abyss
Actually,
fans. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Which
don't
one?
join random servers off of you find on TikTok. Find servers you find on YouTube instead. Just don't do TikTok. Don't.
Yeah, TikTok is a
If you're using TikTok, just walk, just watch Spring Rot.
yeah. I get it.
Like, I'm sorry, but like the only good SMPs that turn out well are found off of YouTube, not TikTok.
Oh, yeah, I know an SMP that I found off TikTok.
Oh, wait.
Well, actually,
If
I know
I
like 4.
wait.
Huh?
YouTube. Oh my god, YouTube real quick. I could find some people that made videos on that server. Wait. Yo. What is Log the Frog sending me? Okay, anyway, sorry.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't find videos, well, SMPs on TikTok besides Shadow SMP. Promotion there. Promotion. Um, safest
Yes.
SMP right now.
Dude,
Uh, very safe with Ace of Ruin as Ahmad and Jazzy
Found the
too. We have one of my friends of mine which is online too, and Hunter 124.
who is
Yeah, I found it. The owner.
The owner.
The owner's YouTube.
Oh, of what? ZSMP?
Yep.
Oh, send that to me. Send that to me. I actually value information. The
He
owner.
he only posted one video about it, and it was horrible.
I'll have to react to
pretty
that
sure
video.
every single one is.
All
He was the
right.
one that never edited it. He just recorded and just posted it.
Oh,
Oh, and I found another person that was on the server.
all right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching.
Right.
I appreciate your attention tonight. It was an amazing conversation that we had. We will see you in episode 2 of the SMP. Well, I guess with nothing more to say, we should end this now.
Yep. All right.
Bye.
Bye bye.